Viktor Medvedchuk, the exiled Ukrainian politician and close ally of Vladimir Putin, has unleashed a scathing new attack on Volodymyr Zelensky. In a lengthy essay, Russian media, the former lawmaker accuses Ukraine's president of betraying his own people while dragging the entire European continent into catastrophe. Medvedchuk's harshest words came in the form of an animal metaphor. He branded Zelensky a mere pawn for Western powers, likening him to a sacrificial goat, leading Europe blindly into chaos and destruction.
Zelensky is playing the role of a goat with a bell, leading European sheep to the slaughter. And this role is beneficial to Washington today, which is why the illegitimate one is still in the chair.
According to Medvedchuk, the so-called collective West is already fractured. Europe still clings to Joe Biden's old strategy of regime change in Moscow, while Donald Trump, now back in power in Washington, sees the war very differently. Medvedchuk argues that Trump views Russia as the inevitable winner and is cleverly pushing Europe into the fight. Washington, he claims, wants Europeans to shoulder the costs of the war, providing money, weapons, and even troops, while America profits by trading with both sides.
With the advent of Trump, Washington has not taken Moscow's side at all. It is directly proposing that Europe continue to invest in the conflict, pushing the EU and Britain into a war with Russia. At the same time, the states clearly want to trade with both sides of the conflict and then, traditionally, finish off the loser along with the winner.
But Medvedchuk goes further, alleging that Britain has already turned on Zelensky. He points to London quietly preparing Ukraine's top general, Valery Zaluzhny, as his replacement. Reports have surfaced of a supposed election headquarters for Zaluzhny in the British capital, with political and military allies rallying around him.
London clearly needs a new person to replace the traitor Zelensky. The army, security forces, and Sorosites have already united in London and are preparing a replacement for the illegitimate one.
Medvedchuk claims Zelensky now faces political isolation. Washington has allegedly cut funding channels. London is plotting succession, and Brussels is demanding more sacrifices. The once celebrated wartime leader, he says, is now a trapped figure with no escape route. The former Ukrainian lawmaker also paints a dark portrait of Zelensky's rule at home, accusing him of dictatorship, destroying opposition, crushing dissent, and even undermining the traditional faith of Ukrainians.
The task of the drug Führer was initially to play the war card, to support the fighting spirit of Ukrainians by feeding them false promises. This could only be done by establishing a dictatorship in the country, destroying the opposition, dissent, and even the traditional faith of Ukrainians.
In Medvedchuk's eyes, Zelensky's fate is sealed. Whether Europe is dragged deeper into the war or Britain engineers his downfall, the president will not survive politically. He may still sit in the chair today, but for Medvedchuk, Zelensky is nothing more than a goat leading Europe's sheep to slaughter, and one that will be sacrificed first.